Hello, everyone, and welcome to another HTL matchup of Week 2. Another divisional matchup between the 1-0 Beef with a Q taking on the unfortunately 0-1, looking to become 1-1 Identity Thieves. So this match could shake up things early on in the division, depending on how it goes. Let's introduce our teams. Leading it off for Beef with a Q, giving us our answers tonight will be Ryan. Then we have for Identity Thieves, once again, Spencer. Then we have making her debut, Missy Bird. Then we have just revealed to be on Subversion Live Season 2, Sam Lechner. Carrie, who's hiding her face.
Carrie.
Playing peekaboo like I do with Franklin. And then we have Nicole, ready to hopefully not make me burst into tears once again. But if she does, honestly, it brought me a lot of joy. So I'm not opposed. All right, let's get into it. Oh, I gotta get my screen. Yep, there we go. All right, we were going to lead it off tonight with the category that haunts Spencer's nightmares week in and week out. It is sports.
Do a real sport this time.
We're not using anything. We're good.
It's our strongest
Yeah,
category.
we're good on that.
Absolutely our strongest category. I love sport.
All right,
Look
great.
at us.
Then both teams will be doubling, it appears. All right, we'll kick it off with nothing.
Giving my
prayers.
top of the match hands notice. Just
Hands in
off
frame,
the rim,
please.
but-
Here it is to Beef with a Q to get us started in sports. Which school was the lowest seed to ever win the NCAA men's basketball tournament?
I have not a guess.
I don't either. Hoosiers.
No,
Maybe-
definitely not.
No,
I
well,
would
because
guess
they were the
something
big
crazy,
underdogs
like-
in the movie.
15 seconds.
I'm gonna guess some I would say Xavier or Butler or Purdue, some school with a weird name that does
Well, it's
seconds.
not
Do
going to
the
be Purdue.
first
They're
one. Do
a
the first one.
basketball.
Xavier.
Xavier.
5 seconds.
Final answer, Xavier.
Incorrect. 15 seconds to steal.
Do you guys know it? I'm not sure. I know UConn won when they were an 8 or a 9. It might be fucking Western Texas or that shit.
5
from
seconds.
the
I'd
movie.
say it, Spencer. Go with your
I'll
guess.
say UConn. Final answer.
No, this is not all that long ago when Villanova
Oh,
won the whole
what seed were they?
I think
8.
oh, okay, it's 8 or 9.
What was UConn? A 7?
I can
When they
find. I
beat
can find
Kentucky?
out within the next few rounds, and I'll get back to you.
Amazing.
Okay.
Thank you
They
so
were
much.
a 7 this year or something.
Yeah, they were.
Get on the board for Identity Thieves. Here's your sports question. Which school has had the most number 1 seed start the NCAA men's basketball tournament?
Well, there's the Blue Bloods, Kentucky or Duke or something like that. I know UCLA went on a stupid run in the 70s and the 80s. I don't know the answer to this though, so it's going to be a guess regardless.
15
I
seconds.
don't either, Spencer. So I would say go with your best answer, or rattle off several other people you think it could be to give them a lot to choose from.
I'm going to go Duke. Final answer.
That is incorrect. 15 seconds to steal.
It's going to be
It
Kentucky or North Carolina.
My gut was UNC.
It's one of those two. I don't.
Are we okay
5
with
seconds.
North Carolina?
Yeah, it's gonna same thing. It's gonna be one of the other.
UNC. Final answer.
That is correct. Good job.
That's true.
I'm never going to get a sports question, guys.
That's true.
I don't even know
That's
what
true.
seed is, to be honest.
I don't actually watch sports.
Next category is food and drink.
We like food and
Really
drink.
I've
We'll
done.
save
All
our
right,
power
to
ups,
be-
though, I think.
To Beef with a Q, here's your question. Which pasta is named after the Italian word for butterflies due to its distinctive shape?
Is it farfalle?
Yeah.
Farfalle. Final answer.
That is correct. Good job.
It does look like a butterfly.
I'd say
To Identity Thieves, get on the board. Which pasta's name comes from the Italian word meaning little tongues?
linguine.
You felt confident about that.
Those are long.
Wait, are you saying that because you know it, or you're just guessing?
I'm saying it because I feel like it's right. I don't know it. Isn't lengua tongue in Spanish though?
That
So
sounds
I know it's
right.
not Spanish. But
Sure, go for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
no one else has anything. Linguine. Final answer.
Spencer will have at least 1 point per game on Blake's sheet.
We're so
that is
confident
correct.
on
It is
carbohydrates.
linguine.
Look at us.
I know pasta, just not sports.
All right, we head to geography.
No.
That's a topic.
It is
I
a
live in
topic.
definitely a
country.
So
category.
true.
We all live somewhere
I have
geographical. And the
Apple
first
Maps.
question.
I mean,
All right, to beef with a Q. Here's your question. Other than Vatican City, there are only 2 countries that are entirely surrounded by another country. Name one of them.
holy shit. So you're gonna have those Eastern European ones, right? Like in the middle
Is
there.
one Liechtenstein? Does that
I
sound
don't think it's
correct to you?
surrounded by one country. I think it touches multiple.
Oh, an entire country. So
15 seconds.
is it Herzegovina?
10
No.
seconds.
Like no, yeah.
I'm gonna. I think it's wrong, but I'm gonna say Andorra. Final answer.
That is incorrect. 15 seconds to
Lesotho.
steal.
Is the
Are
right
you sure?
answer. Lesotho is the right
Okay.
answer.
Lesotho, is that he's Lesotho, right? Okay, final answer.
Sam Lechner is confident, and she is correct.
Damn.
I wanted to go there for the Peace Corps. That's literally the only reason I know.
I was gonna guess like South Sudan or
It's
something.
surrounded by
but I
South
can't.
Africa. I'm like
I
pretty
thought
sure.
San Marino.
In the
Yeah,
south
it
of
is.
it.
Yeah. As soon as she said that, it made sense.
South Sudan's crazy.
I was
All
like,
right.
maybe there's a one part that is the most southern part that's just Sudan.
To give you a lead, here is your geography question. Other than Vatican City, there are 2 other cities known as city-states, or cities whose borders make up the entirety of that country. Name one of them.
Wait, what? There are 2 other cities.
Cities known as city states. I mean,
I don't even
Maybe
know
this
what
is-
that's saying, candidly.
The what are small countries? All I'm thinking is
15
like
seconds.
Malta.
10 seconds.
sure.
No, that's
You
a
want
whole
to-
ass country, but I don't know.
Wait, I actually had one in my head and then I lost it just now.
Sorry.
Fuck me.
5 seconds.
All right, Malta, final answer.
Incorrect. 15 seconds to steal.
I believe it's Monaco.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
That
Monaco.
was
Final answer.
Yeah, Monaco is correct.
Sorry, Spencer.
Is that what you were
Ryan,
thinking,
open
Spencer?
The banner.
Yeah, it is.
I
No,
think
I
that was
mean,
Singapore.
it's
Interesting.
currently 3-2 beef.
Okay.
Singapore, wow, we should have known that.
3-2.
I still don't really know what the question was asking, candidly. That was
Josh, I'm not logged in, so I can't edit the banner. But I'll announce
Oh,
it out
okay.
after each round.
That's fine. I'll keep track too. Take it up with Lee Farrell. He wrote this.
Always.
I always do.
As you should. All right, here is the next category, which is movies.
We like those, but we won't use a power up.
You guys want to save our power ups? I feel like we're like mid at movies.
I agree.
And it's always an old movie we've never heard of.
It's always something weird, yeah, and it's just as stealable, honestly.
Yeah, all right. Skip. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
It's
We got to
a
remember that
stealable
after that.
category, yeah.
All right. To beef with a Q, here is your movie question. In the 2025 Prime Video film, You're Cordially Invited, Will Ferrell plays opposite this actress as they compete to give their respective loved ones the perfect wedding at a double-booked venue.
Is that Reese? Is it Reese Witherspoon?
I have no guess. So
Then let's just guess Reese.
Reese Witherspoon. Final answer.
That is correct. Good job.
Nice.
Yes. Not to be confused with
Give us
Reese without her
two.
spoon.
Boo.
That was the most excited I've seen Nicole for any question in this league so
I
far.
was like, wow, I watched this movie.
That movie is currently ranked last on my letterbox for this year.
Is it really? Oh, that's sad for them.
Well, let's see if Nicole has seen this movie. In the 2025 Netflix film Back in Action, Jamie Foxx co-stars with this actress as they play former CIA spies whose identities have been compromised.
Cameron Diaz, final answer.
That is correct. Good job.
Good point.
I
Good
love
point.
the confidence.
Didn't see that one.
All right. Speaking of confidence, let's have it shaken with celebrity mashup.
Girl.
No.
Any confidence
I feel like
any
we're good
of
at this,
us have.
y'all.
If you want to use it, Spencer, if you feel that confident, go for it. But I think we should wait for the language one if that's a category. We're good at triple rhyme time.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like this one is also stealable. Like you either know it or you don't.
Yeah, you either know it or you don't. Yeah.
We will be using nothing.
All right. To beef with a Q, you know the drill. 30 seconds.
Oh, she's
Oh,
giving.
that's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And
Jessica Simpson. That's not Jessica Simpson.
That,
What is that picture?
I don't
What
know.
the? Whose hair is? Holy shit!
15 seconds.
I don't know
10
who.
seconds.
I mean, try it. I don't know. I have no idea.
Pascal and Jessica Simpson. Final answer.
That is incorrect. 15 seconds to steal.
Do you guys know who?
Is that even Pedro Pascal?
No.
Oh,
I got nothing.
it
here.
is Pedro Pascal.
Is it? Okay.
But
is it like
it's like a
Sarah
young
Jessica
woman,
Parker?
like not
Kelsey
Taylor,
Ballerini.
but it's
I
like
need an
someone
answer.
who's like famous.
Say
Kelsey
Kelsey Ballerini.
Ballerini and Pedro Pascal. Final answer.
Sam, where did
Holy
you get
shit.
that? That is correct.
Good job.
Oh, I don't even know who that
Who's
is.
Kelsey
That's a
Ballerini?
country singer that's dating T Stokes. From...
That's the
cute
only
as
young
hell.
woman.
She is
That's the
cute
only
as
young
hell.
celebrity that Sam knows is Kelsey Ballerini.
Okay,
Wow.
first of all, I did think it was Kelsey Ballerini for a long time, but I did not think it was Pedro Pascal, so I didn't think it was gonna matter.
It doesn't look like
But
Pedro Pascal.
Good job. Holy
Incredible
good
answer.
job. Anyways,
Wow. Holy shit.
Nice.
I'm
crap.
impressed.
Like, I'm dying for granny.
I don't even know who Kelsey Ballerini is.
She's beautiful, and she's a coach on The Voice.
Yeah, she's
Is Coach on the
gorgeous.
Voice?
She's relevant.
All right. To sweep this celebrity mashup category, here is yours. 30 seconds.
Oh.
What is this?
Is it the girl from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
No, it's not the main character.
I know the guy, but I'm not going to say it until you guys identify who the girl
No,
is.
I'm saying the woman is like the main girl from the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
15 seconds.
I don't know who that is.
I don't think it is that girl that was on Celebrity Jeopardy recently.
10
I'm
seconds.
just going to throw something out there if you guys don't have anything. But I'm going to give them
Wait until we have 5 seconds,
seconds.
Spencer, but then yes.
I can't even. Wait, who's the guy so I can take over?
All right,
No,
need an answer.
Rachel
Who's the
Zegler,
guy?
Gabriel Iglesias. Final answer.
Incorrect. 15 seconds.
That
Is it Selena
Aubrey
Gomez?
Plaza.
Oh,
I think
is
it's
it
Aubrey
Aubrey Plaza?
Plaza.
I
I think
think
it's
he
Aubrey
might.
Plaza, but I don't know who the face is.
5
He
seconds.
said Gabriel Iglesias and
Try it.
Aubrey Plaza. Final answer.
It is Gabriel Iglesias. It is not whatever you just said. It is Parker Posey, whoever that is.
From White Lotus.
I was close.
Uh-oh.
Who the hell's
They're
Parker
both in
Posey?
that.
I know who Parker
I mean,
Posey
it is.
I
Now
was
that you
never
say that,
sure
I'm like,
there.
yeah, it is. I would just never in a million
Well-
years recall Parker Posey for any reason in my life.
Parker Posey.
Are we
I did
tied up,
think
Ryan?
you said
3-3?
Enrique
4-4.
Iglesias too, and I was like,
4-4.
that's wrong.
Who's Gabriel?
Enrique.
4-4?
A comedian.
Did I say Enrique Iglesias?
No, you said Gabriel.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
thought you said it was. And I was like,
I think you jumbled. I do think you mixed up every syllable in his name, but everyone in that you
I was
said
really
was
struggling
Gabriel.
through it.
All right, niche category round. 2 points per question here. No power ups can be used. Beef with a Q went with 1990s country music lyrics.
oh,
That's
I
right.
might be good at this.
No, you're
All
not.
right.
You're not allowed to be. That's why we picked it.
That is niche.
Well, we're gonna find out. Name the song from these lyrics. Her daddy says he ain't worth a lick. When it comes to brains,
He
he
got
got
the-
the short end of the stick.
He's in love with the girl.
He's in love with the.
No,
She's in love.
She's in love with the boy.
boy.
I switched genders because we're all about women in this team.
Trisha
She's in love
Yearwood.
with the boy. Final answer.
I really thought you were gonna mess it up, and I was gonna have to count against you, but it is indeed.
No,
She's
did you
in love
see the
with
look on
boy.
Carrie and my face when
That's
you
so
started
funny.
that? We're like, if you say the word final.
That's funny.
All right, that's 2 points. Identity Thieves went with Myers Briggs.
Can I also, just in case, can I have my pencil out? In case you
Sure.
name a type so I can write it down. That's why.
Sure.
That's it.
Here's your question. Despite originally beginning with the independent work of Catherine Briggs, the MBTI assessment found its current framework after Catherine studied this founder of modern psychology's works.
It's Carl Jung.
It's what?
Carl Jung. Final answer.
Carl Joan?
Jung. Jung.
Carl Jung. Final answer.
Yeah, that's it.
I literally.
I gotta
just-
make sure. I'm not gonna lose us the point.
Yeah, no, good.
I just read about that last night and took a Myers Briggs.
I
test
wish
for my
Spencer
test.
locked in
did
Carl.
it! That's
I
so
wish
funny.
Spencer locked in Carl Jones. That would have made my whole year.
I would have better
It's
retired.
been better than
Going to
Enrique
witness
Iglesias.
protection.
In fairness, we've shown some grace when a teammate just can't understand what's being
Yeah.
said. So I probably would have given it to you.
No,
so
but it
don't-
would have been
don't
funny.
worry. It would have been fun. All right. We are headed to the bonus round. You do not need pen and paper this week. We are going back to our roots. Season 1, we're doing a shootout here. So I will read a question that has multiple answers, and you will go back and forth. You'll have 15 seconds per guess. To give me a correct answer, we'll go for 5 rounds. So each team going is 1 round. Whoever gets the most correct answers in the 5 rounds will win the 2 points. I'll read the question twice. Here's the question, and I'll start with beef with a Q after I read it twice. Name the last 20 unique people/groups coined by Time Magazine as Person of the Year. As my goodness, I can't talk. As Person of the Year. You cannot name someone twice, even if they were named twice. So name the last 20 unique people/groups coined by Time Magazine as Person of the Year. You cannot name someone twice, even if they were named twice. 15 seconds to beef with a Q starts when I start my 15-second timer because I forgot to set it to 15. Your time begins now.
Donald Trump, right? I'm pretty sure he's there.
Guess it. Sure.
Donald Trump, final answer.
Correct. 15 seconds.
I think I know.
Anyone
one.
got something?
Oh, is it our turn?
Yeah.
Just say say one and who?
Was
Sorry,
it Taylor Swift one?
Yeah, that was my answer.
Taylor
too.
Swift. Final answer.
Correct.
One of them
I know there was one where it was the Silence Breakers, or it was like the Me Too movement kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's was it called? That's how they the Me Too movement.
5
Yeah.
seconds.
The Silence Breakers / Me Too, final answer.
Correct. 15 seconds.
I don't have.
Go ahead.
I
Nicole.
think it's Greta Thunberg.
I was gonna say her too.
Sure.
Greta Thunberg. Final answer.
Correct.
Good
I know
one.
Malala was one.
That's literally yes.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. 15 seconds.
Maybe she's a
Oh, no,
finalist.
it's still 15 seconds.
Go ahead.
Barack
Nicole.
Obama was definitely.
I was gonna say Obama too. I think that makes sense, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Obama. Final answer.
Correct. 15
Barack
seconds.
Obama, I should say.
Is it our turn?
Yeah.
Was Black Lives Matter ever was that a thing or no?
No.
I don't think
so.
I know one
I'm
of them
gonna
was
say
you, but I don't know how long ago.
You, final answer. I remember that.
Correct. 15 seconds.
I'm out now at this point. I think of ones that I confidently would say. Would it be ridiculous to say like?
Oh, wasn't it Kamala Harris because she was
5
the
seconds.
only she was like
Sure.
yeah I think it was I'm pretty sure.
Say it.
Kamala. Final answer.
Correct. 15 seconds.
Nice. Good
Is
find.
Elon
was
Musk
eating.
one?
No, I don't think so. Was one of them like the COVID doctors or somebody
7
associated
seconds.
with the vaccine?
Oh, the
Like
healthcare workers.
Healthcare
Healthcare
workers,
workers?
final answer.
That is, I believe,
Wrong.
incorrect, Ryan. Incorrect. And with that, that's it.
Was it
Identity Thieves.
essential employees? Was that how it was or no?
The only
I
time
don't
that
remember.
Person of the Year was given to something like that was the Ebola fighters.
Mm.
I'm
That
trying
might
to
be
find
what
another
I would
magazine
really
put
like
frontline
Divisional for
workers.
some
but-
reason
Yeah.
that the COVID workers won that.
So here's who was left. We had Zelensky, and Elon Musk was
Yeah.
uh,
I was pretty
one of
sure.
them. Then you should have just kept running through a couple presidents because you had Joe Biden. Then you had the Guardians, who were journalists who faced persecution. Angela Merkel, the Ebola fighters, Pope Francis, Obama, the protester, Mark Zuckerberg, Ben Bernanke, Putin, the Good Samaritans. Yeah,
Come
Putin. The Good Samaritans, and George W.
Yeah,
Two
Well,
things.
that right
Two
there
things.
just tells
Two
me
things.
general.
what
Time
that
explicitly
is.
says that they just pick influential people, not good people.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
apparently, frontline workers won the Guardians of the Year, a separate Time award that isn't Person of the Year.
That's stupid.
Yes, I agree.
Interesting.
Agreed. All right. Well, with that, it is what's the score? 7-5,
8-6. Identity Thieves.
8-6. It's a 2-point game one way or the other. This is what happens when I do it in my head. All right, and we get back into the second half of the game. The next category is brands.
It sure
I
is.
don't know about this.
It sure is. All right, we'll go right to beef with a Q here. Here's your question. Which major U.S. retail company filed for bankruptcy in January 2000 after over a century in business?
Is it not? It's not going to be like a Sears because that's not it.
Retail. I have nothing.
Toys R Us. No, that was more recent.
15 seconds.
It's like
I
Woolworths.
like-
Is that retail?
No.
Yeah, but I think they're still in
10
business.
seconds.
I like Toys R Us. I don't know.
I don't think it was in 2000.
5 seconds.
Just yeah.
Toys R Us, final
All right,
answer.
in answer. That's incorrect. 15 seconds of steal.
Do y'all
I like Sears now.
do y'all have
No,
Zelda?
seriously. I mean, filing for bankruptcy doesn't mean that they are out of business.
But Sears felt later. But yeah, I feel
5
like
seconds.
it's still in its prime. But we can try.
Say it.
Sears, final answer.
It was on the tip of everyone's tongue. Montgomery
Oh,
Ward.
Oh,
wow.
gosh, I was
naturally.
thinking
I
about
thought that
them.
was an actor.
That was my second guess because I've heard of that
Is that
before.
retail?
Really?
Like
Yeah,
a
I
law
didn't
firm?
believe they lasted
That's
till
an actor.
2000.
You could have asked me what Montgomery Ward was, and I would have said like a third-round wide receiver from.
And once again, another sports thing that Spencer would have been wrong
But
about.
it's a real sport this time, Josh.
Yeah,
Not the
football.
biggest sport in the world, cricket.
Yeah, now that I've gotten basketball questions wrong, I really have no leg to stand on.
All right, here is your brand's question. In 2000, Time Warner merged with what other company to form what was, at the time, the largest media merger in history?
It's ours.
Universal.
It does, yeah.
My
Did
guess
you
was
say
like
Universal?
Blockbuster. Is that bad?
I don't think it's Blockbuster. That wouldn't be the largest media merger.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
I don't think it's Universal either, but I have nothing.
Well, is
else.
Time Warner still around? Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
7 seconds.
What's the brother part?
Go with Universal.
Universal, final answer.
Incorrect. 15 seconds to steal.
My gut was AT&T, but I don't know if that's right.
Viacom? I mean, Time Warner is a media.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
I don't know.
AT&T, final answer.
It was at the tip of our tongues once again. We were all over it. This was AOL.
Oh.
Oh, sure.
AOL, Time Warner.
Yeah,
I've
now
heard that.
That one you could feasibly get.
I was thinking
Montgomery Ward, no one's getting.
Yeah,
You couldn't get that.
I was not thinking like that, obviously,
My
but that's
God.
okay.
All right, we head to the next category, round 8, which is reality television.
We would not like to use anything.
I don't want to
Okay.
use.
We
if
could
you
double
use
this, but if we
steal-
get it wrong, then the stealability is high.
I think there's going to be another category that's like stupid and obvious, like animals or something this time. We need to fucking double on that. Like, they're not going to pick something so niche that people don't know. We need, like, there are the categories that like they expect everyone to get right because they don't want people to end with a score of 0 because it's really defeating. Like, that's what we need to pick.
Look at this game theory. All right, we won't use anything.
All right.
That's
You're
some-
giving,
We
you're
found the
giving
meta.
I love the
Lee
analysis.
far too much credit.
love
that
the- I love the
he
metagame.
cares.
Here is for Beef with a Q. In 2003, the Fox dating show Mr. Personality aired with only 5 episodes. Which former center of a White House scandal served as its host?
I'm going to guess Monica Lewinsky. I don't know what else that would be. Right?
Yeah, because
White House scandal.
Yeah.
It didn't say presidential scandal, it's White House scandal.
Right.
So
Sure.
Monica Lewinsky, final answer.
Correct.
Wow.
If
Now
you guys-
over to
How is
Identity
If you
Thieves.
haven't listened to her TED Talk, it's very good and I highly recommend it.
Oh, interesting. NBC's Ready for Love was canceled and moved to online viewing after airing for only 2 episodes. Which former Desperate Housewife was the host?
I feel like it would be Eva Longoria. Like, I feel like she's the most famous one.
She's the only one.
And she dated like Jeter or some shit.
But why would she go to this show if she was famous?
She probably was. Yeah, that's probably.
The host, no?
15 seconds.
Eva Longoria, final answer.
Good answer. That is correct.
Good choice. Yeah.
I don't get sports, but I know my Desperate Housewives.
As long as they date
That's
an
a
athlete
sport.
that you're
As long
Well,
as
you
they
did
date
throw
Derek
a Derek,
Jeter.
you threw a Derek Jeter in there, so.
So it's just like, I know sports as long as I can reference every question in the context of sports.
Adjacent.
Good job.
All right, Ryan, give me a score check.
It is currently 9-7. Identity Thieves.
9-7. All right, we go to science.
I'm good on that.
No.
Mm-mm.
All right, to Beef with a Q. No one has used anything yet, just for the record. Here is your science question, Beef with a Q. What is the name of the organelle in plant cells responsible for photosynthesis by converting sunlight into chemical energy?
I just need to think for a second.
I'll give you 30.
Thanks.
What the hell an organelle is? Because all I'm
I do.
thinking is obviously
15 seconds.
chlorophyll, but that's all I can think of.
I like
I
that.
can't pull it. It's in my thing.
5 seconds.
Chloroplast,
chlor-
final answer.
Ryan, you got it out of nowhere. That is correct. Great answer. Oh my goodness.
What?
Good guess. Good guess.
All right, Identity Thieves, to keep your 2-point lead alive. What is the name of the specialized pores on leaves that regulate gas exchange?
What the hell?
Oh, I have no fucking idea.
Especially
Um,
like I don't know, like capillaries.
That could be
Like
it.
it's similar, like I don't know, it's like the stuff on the end of your fingers and shit. So
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
Capillaries.
Capillary glands. I don't know.
10 seconds.
capillaries. Final answer.
Incorrect. 15 seconds to steal.
The only I'm studying human biology. The only other plant word I know is stamen, and that's not right. But
No,
we're
that's
gonna
That's
say
not right. Is it
5
like
seconds. All right, need an answer.
final answer.
Sorry, you cut out for a second.
Stamen. Final answer. It's not right.
That is incorrect. We're looking for stomata.
Oh,
I
Close,
had the
wow.
stuff.
That's
You did have the stuff.
Yeah.
close enough?
All right, it is now a 1-point game as we go into the rest of television.
The rest
How many
of
categories are there again?
12.
This is 10 of 12.
We gotta use some of our things.
I think we
I'm so scarred
will not
about
double
that.
yet. I think we should wait till we see a category we really want, and if we don't get one until 12, then we'll just double on 12 and ride it.
I feel the same way.
I kind of feel the same. I'm scarred from last week.
All right, playing a big game of chicken with the point doubler. Here is Beef with a Q's television question. Kenan Thompson has been a regular cast member on SNL for 22 seasons. Who has had the second highest number of seasons as a regular cast member at 14?
I used to know this. I looked it up not
Is
long
it-
ago.
Is it Kevin Nealon?
No.
No, it's gonna be not.
Like
Who's the
15 seconds.
Who's the Parks and Rec person? That actress.
Amy Poehler?
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Amy
I
or
don't know.
Tina or
5 seconds.
Amy Poehler, final answer.
Incorrect for the steal.
I think it could be Cecily Strong. She was on there a while.
I have no idea. You don't think it's someone like Tina Fey? That's like
No, it's not
It could
Tina
be.
Fey.
5 seconds.
I know that she was on there for like 6 years.
Cecily Strong. Final answer.
Once again, on the tip of our tongues, we were all over it, guys. It's Daryl Hammond.
Oh,
Yeah.
so true.
Of course.
He can-
naturally.
So true.
He
Josh
feels
is just,
like that
Josh
is
is
all
just
he
slandering Daryl Hammond, who is a massive SNL star.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I
know
wouldn't know
that.
who he was if I stepped on him. Here is your question to Identity Thieves. Alec Baldwin has the most hosting gigs of Saturday Night Live at 17 episodes. Who has the second most hosting gigs at 16?
16.
maybe it's
We have
Amy
to
Poehler.
answer to double dip.
Yeah, we could.
Well, Amy Poehler was on the cast long enough that I don't think she would have had that many opportunities to host. You know what I mean? I'm down to double dip, but I don't
Well,
even know what the.
SNL 50 just had that whole thing where everyone
15
came
seconds.
back, and it was like
Oh yeah, people maybe like
Oh,
Will Ferrell.
Steve Martin did a while.
Who?
Steve Martin has done many. I'm gonna do
5 seconds.
All right, let's double dip. Steve Martin. Final
You
answer.
double dipped, and you didn't need to. That is
my
correct.
God, good
good
answer.
job. What the heck? I think he wasn't even on the SNL 50.
He
Yeah.
couldn't.
He
No,
was.
because he had.
I think he did the opener.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no, the other one was
All right, it is a 2-point game again, right, Ryan?
Sorry, I was
So,
double
yeah.
checking that Steve Martin did the opening, which he did. But yes, it's 10-8. 10-8 Identity
10-8
Thieves.
here in round 11 of music.
Sorry, I burned the double dip there, guys. I just felt like
No,
How do you-
I mean we only have 3 rounds left and we can't use them.
Yeah, true.
So like
How do you
it
guys
was
feel
okay.
about music?
We
I
like
think-
music. If you
Yeah,
want to try
I mean
it here.
it's might be our best bet with.
If it's 90s country, you guys are set.
Right? It's the only music I
should do it.
know. Let's try it.
Okay, we'll double.
All right,
Should
2
we
points for
match them
Beef.
or should we save it?
Do we want to do extra time?
Josh, can we stack extra time and?
Nope.
Then let's use
So we'll
extra
use one
time.
of them right now. You want to use extra time this time? All right, extra time we'll use.
All right, you guys.
Last
want
time with the
45
lyrics,
seconds,
we
but-
could have used it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was helpful.
But this first one will be worth 2 points for Beef with a Q's question, which is: in November of 1995, the song "One Sweet Day" was released and remained at number 1 for 16 weeks. Ryan's already raising his hand. It was a collaboration between Mariah Carey and what musical group?
Boys to Men, right?
Yeah.
Boys to Men, final answer.
That is correct. It is a tie game.
That's okay. That's okay. We can do this.
This is
All
so
right.
exciting. I'm so excited.
We got a great game going on here. Here it is to Identity Thieves. In July 2011, the song Moves Like Jagger was released and remained in the top 3 spots for 10 weeks. It was a collaboration between the group Maroon 5 and what solo artist?
Bruno.
Christina Aguilera, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, Christina Aguilera, final answer.
That is correct, and you have a 1-point lead heading into the final.
Oh, I hope we
round
double them.
I
of
remember
the
these.
It's
game.
going to be the worst category ever. Ryan's laughing because it's the worst
Please,
category.
God, give
And
us
you
triple
are
rhyme time. Please,
And
Candles,
we're
Josh.
going to be doubling here in the
Candles.
final category of art.
Watch us.
What is the
so
score line?
good.
Art?
It's
Oh,
currently 11-10.
Wait,
Oh my God.
my brother's name is Art. That's all I've got.
All right,
That's
here
a
we
point
go.
for Missy.
Thank you.
With the game,
Okay, it's
Don't-
fine.
with the game on the line here, 1 point for the
Sure,
beef
fine.
question. Here it is. Celadon is a shade of what primary or secondary color?
Is it green?
Green was my gut.
Me
We can
too.
double
Green
dip.
was
We
my-
do have double dip.
Let's
I think it's
double dip.
green or blue.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's one of those two.
Double dip. We'll say green. Final answer.
That is correct.
We can do this, guys. We can
Yeah.
do
It's
this.
simple. It is simple, guys. You get
Fucking
this question
colors.
right and you beat the champs. Here is the question. Gamboge is a shade of what primary or secondary color?
I feel like it's yellow, but that's just isn't there only like 3 primary colors?
I mean, it's primary or secondary.
Well,
It's
it's
basically
primary or
every main
secondary.
color.
Like every color.
Oh,
It's the main colors and the colors that make the main
what's
color.
gamboge mean?
My guess was orange.
Yeah, that's why I thought like orange vibe, yellow. Orange sounds good.
That does feel like an orange vibe.
You guys don't think it would be blue to match like the green from the last
No.
one?
5
No?
seconds.
But we could
Orange or yellow? What am I saying?
Orange.
Pick one.
Orange. Final answer.
That is incorrect. 15
All right,
seconds
I'm
to
fine.
steal.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it showed the
You'll have to
answer.
give us another answer question. Yeah.
Oh, I
What was
messed
it?
it up.
It was. Can I
it
say
was
it? 'Cause everyone
yellow.
saw.
Is it
Yeah.
tie? To be
Yeah.
fair, would we have said yellow, guys? Like honestly, I would not have guessed yellow.
I
Well,
would have
yes.
guessed red.
No.
we,
and-
we would have guessed red.
If you guys are,
so
we can just go right into the
Yes.
bonus.
yeah.
only fair. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Let's
We
do
would not
that.
have guessed yellow. So
No,
I
just
think
clap
it's fair
for
to take it to
Oh,
overtime.
that's kind of your honesty.
I appreciate the honesty. Sorry for my screw up.
Josh
That
will
is-
be shot behind the barn in about 5
Yeah, I deserve to be. Oh, I'm so
Dang, I'm
stupid.
sorry,
so
Nicole.
The
sorry.
episodes
If you
are
want
not
to
live
go to the
streamed. The
HCL store, you can
execution is.
find Josh branded glue in about 2 days, which we can be shipping out to everybody. So
You will need pen and paper for our overtime.
Okay.
So please go gather that if you can. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I'm so mad at myself. That's been my one fear this whole season doing the PowerPoint. That's been my fear this whole time. I'd almost rather not put the answers on there so that doesn't happen.
Wait, it was
and do
11-11?
Mm-hmm.
12, I
make
think.
a wish.
Or 11.
Let's see the score. It's currently 11-11.
We love that. This is fun. And
Yeah.
stressful, but
This
fun.
is gonna be some fucking math problem. Fuck.
We have it's pen and paper.
You all have your pen and paper? Yeah.
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 Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. All right, let's make everyone hold on one second while I recover from the shame of my mistake. All right, we're gonna do a closest to overtime. So just like the first week, first team to score 3 points will win the final point of the game to win the game. So captains will decide who goes first, or who goes in each round. You can't repeat players until everyone has gone. So Ryan and Spencer, who's going first?
We'll just go down the line like we did before. So I'll do me first.
Okay.
Do either of you want to go first, Sam or
I
Nicole?
can go. I did good at this last time.
Yeah, Sam can go.
Ryan versus Sam to start us off. Here is your question, and it's just closest to no, not Price is Right rules. How many points did Michael Jordan score in his NBA career? When you're ready, you can hold it up to yourselves. Ryan is erasing and rewriting.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and reveal. Ryan went with 2,345. Sam went with 1,429. Spencer, what is the answer more than likely?
I'm not sure what the answer is, but I'm pretty sure it's higher than both of what they put.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's
Higher than that.
32,292.
I had
wish they
10,000.
put
I was
on
like, there's
eight,
no
huh?
way.
I literally thought to myself, I was like, this is too low. This is too low.
He might
LeBron
have
just
scored
hit
that
40,000.
by year 2 or 3.
One of the best to ever do it.
I will say I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4 at first, and then I was like, I think that might be too low, so I changed it last second.
Yeah. I almost added an extra 0 to mine. That was like, that's kind of crazy.
All right, who's going next?
Gonna
That
like
was it.
sports anymore after
We'll do
this.
Missy.
Spencer, who's going next?
I can go.
Okay, it's Missy versus Spencer in the question of how many Oscar nominations did the film Titanic receive?
I wish we would have switched questions, Spence.
Me too. I'm ready.
All right, go ahead and reveal.
It says 17.
This is very close. The correct answer is 14, and Missy Bird just 2 away. And Spencer's 3 away. It is 2-0. Beef
got
with
it,
Q.
girl.
If you get one more here, you will win, and you will make
Oh,
my
it's
mistake.
first to 3? I thought we just lost. I'm not going to lie.
No, it's first to 3. First to 3.
We can do this, guys.
How much did eBay's most expensive item, the Giga Yacht, sell for in 2006? How much did eBay's most expensive item, the Giga Yacht, sell for in 2006?
I'm ready. Lord Jesus.
All right, go ahead and reveal.
I wrote $26 million.
Oh my god, they're closed.
Oh my
And
god.
$21 million. The correct answer is $168 million, and Carrie has secured it and won the game for Beef with a Q by 1 skinny point. So unfortunate 0-2 for Identity Thieves, but that's a really great game.
That was
That was
fun,
so
guys.
fun and stressful, but
GG.
So
those
fun
were
and
hard
stressful.
questions. My brain hurts. You'll be hearing from my therapist.